Welcome back. We are on episode number 79 of our Oxygen Not Included All Achievement Run. In this episode, we're going to work on a few different things that we have kind of set up at the moment. The first with that is going to be, we're going to change this mini radiator setup that we have here. It's kind of leaving a lot of warm in the area because of how we have it set up. So we're going to change the location of that. We are also going to possibly move the Paku farm in this episode. I haven't decided yet where we're actually going to do that, so we do need to make a decision. My thought was move the chlorine first and then move this setup for the chlorine bath. Once that's gone, then maybe use this area specifically for the Paku. That way we can continue to farm them and get nice, good old-fashioned Paku fish meat. So we will probably start there. We have to take off the plumbing temporarily from here to, well, maybe we'll just stop it from going here, right? Because all of this is already in chlorine. There's a little bit of germs, but they're going down, right? They're not going anywhere as of this moment. So there's two things we need to do for that. The next is to look at the plumbing, and then if we cut off the plumbing flow and then turn it on from here, then that will provide water directly to all this, and it won't stop them from using the restroom, which is actually what we don't want them to stop using the bathroom, right? So, and then we will continue to pull all of this water out of the system back into that. So let's actually get this started here. Let's look at this gas pipe. Let's remove that first. Let's look at the background buildings. We'll get rid of those 3 background buildings as well, or 4 background buildings. Where I would like to put this is we're going to put 2 more Wheezeworts over here. It'll give us more radiation. It'll also provide extra cooling. So that's kind of where I want to go. Let's cut this off right here, so that way all that flows back directly into the bridge. Actually, what we should probably do is cut it off here instead and then do that. That way this whole pipe is empty, since we are going to change the direction from down here onto up here. A couple other things we're going to work on is we want to change the liquid locks from polluted water. We're going to change this up. And instead of polluted water, here's what we're going to do. We're going to go like this, and then we're going to build... Yeah, we're going to build this all the way across. We're going to use crude oil, since we have plenty of it right now. Right? So if we actually just delete these 2 things, let's... oh, it says on background building. These 2. It'll dump them into this state right here, and then we can use that as our liquid locks. Because it has a really good high temperature for evaporation, and it doesn't off-gas like the polluted water does, then we won't have that issue that we're running into right now where it disintegrates over time because of that. So that is the goal for the next few moments. We're going to do that, let it all drop down into here, and slowly wipe it up. And then we'll have just 1 liquid lock for this whole thing, and we won't have to worry about it ever again. The other one is up here, which I think it would be good to change that as well, but we'll need to fix that in a little bit. Because it's got a lot, and it's cold. Freezing point is negative 22.5, and it's 4 and 6 degrees and 15, so it's not as cold to freeze the water. I'd just rather not deal with it entirely. Let's look at the what's the freezing point? Negative 40. So this is good for pretty much all liquid lock scenarios, right? And then another thing we need to do is settle out the Atmos suits, figure out a good location for all of those, and create liquid locks after them, and so on and so forth. Produce another SPOM in a different location that's going to allow us an extra consumption on all of the polluted water and the regular water, right? And the brine, because we do need to get rid of this brine so it's colder again, right? We want to utilize this while it's temperate and throw it directly into all of this over here. So now, let's see, is that made out of steel? I think it is, so let's get rid of the steel pipe there. Let's copy the settings over here. We also need to fix the shipping, because the shipping is kind of out of whack. A smidge. All that's going down and over there, because those are eggs. So, first thing I want to do is I'm going to fix this spaghetti. Like, seriously. So let's deconstruct this. We'll deconstruct all of this and just make it look nicer. Okay. Yeah, that looks great. Right, so once we are able to move the Paku farm, or not move the Paku farm, which will happen after we're done with all of this liquid down here. Oh wait, where's the gas? Where's the ventilation? Ah, here we go. We want this. We already added the bridge, so all we have to do is cut the pipe here and here. And then go 1, 2, 3. And then now that should be directly connected to this one. But I don't know if it will let us do that. Yeah, I know. You're all having a great time in the radiation. Okay, and then we go back to plumbing, radiant pipes. We'll choose steel again. And we will go 1, 2, and we're going to go back this way. Right? Then we go back to insulated pipes and up and over. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then straight across like that. Let's get rid of all of that. We don't want any of this right now. Well, we'll leave that because we do need to work on the brine. But then we also... What else do we need to do? Ah, we can get rid of all this extra piping here. And then we will fix that in this area. We're going to use insulated pipe all the way across the board. Right? We can't get rid of this pipe because we need to send all that icky water back into here. So this is what we're doing to fix the problem. Let's see, where's this oxygen going? Radiant. We will do the same thing, going in the opposite direction. Okay, and then we will go back down, over, and around. Perfect. Right? Alright, let's check that plumbing out again. So this is going to go directly up and over, and then up, and then over, and then up. Just like that. Then we look at the temperature. See, it's going to get even colder. And then we're going to throw the cold oxygen that's coming through this area directly into that mix as well. So it's going to add a little extra chill. Right? I think it might be a good idea to change, let's take a radiant pipe. We'll throw a couple of these right here and here. That's also going to help chill it, because if we look at the temperature, it is pretty cold, right? And it will continue to get cold once this cool steam vent becomes idle, or not idle, but dormant. Which I think this is a great idea. Yeah, they're gonna get exposed to radiation temporarily. What we can do is we need to throw this on power. See how much is on here, 540, so that's not a ton. Over and up. And then we'll queue up some radiation pills. Alright, so the next thing that we need to set up after that is liquid locks, the other liquid lock, which is going to be down here. Let's turn this to a 9. So this is going to be colder air, right? Because it's all behind that. I need to think about this a little bit. Maybe we'll move over the liquid lock a little bit. Or just add a secondary one. Kind of like this. Or would it be good to do it closer and just do like, we'll go down one, up and over. And then we'll break open that one. And then down, down. Kind of like that, and then we'll do another. Yeah, we could do that. We can just move it over a smidge. Give us an option to add more Atmos suits if we want. Because we want them to use the Atmos suits so they don't get the soggy feet and whatnot. Turn that to a 9. Let's see, did they deconstruct these? They did. Gave us all that crude oil right there. We are not sending any of this over yet. For some reason it deleted all of that. Deconstruct this. Okay, so regular water mixed with that. It's not what we wanted. So we're just gonna mop that all up. Kind of assumed that that would happen, unfortunately. Let's turn this off temporarily. Same thing. No, we don't need to worry about that over there. Perfect. Okay. So while we're at it, we're going to turn this on and send all this chlorine out into this gas tank or reservoir. Right, so if we look, all that is not going where we thought it was going. Whoops. So let's just keep that back in there. That was kind of a whoopsie on my part. So let's just pause for a moment and cut the pipe here. Cut the pipe here. Let's also cut the pipe going this way. And this way. And this way. And now I think we could just go right through without changing anything. Kind of an oops, but what are you gonna do? Alright, let's try that again, yeah? Okay. So it's not gonna go down, it's not gonna go over, it's just gonna go right through. We'll just pump out all of the chlorine until it's a vacuum again, and then we can go in there, open this up, and figure out a better location for the chlorine bath. Which I'm thinking can be like over here in this spot, or even further up, like up here. It just kind of depends on what we want to do. So another one, we want to go up kind of like this and over. I would like to create that. So this is going to stop all of the heat from transferring down in here up into this area. Same thing for this right now. We are going to change all of this. And then I'm going to actually, instead of going all the way over, I'm just going to close off this region temporarily. That way, I mean, we don't need to go over here for much. There's not a lot in here. Oh, but we do have that. Let's turn turn that at a higher priority so they can turn that into what we want them to. Let's come up here. We need a little bit more steel. Okay. This is getting pretty full, so I don't know if we're going to be able to completely... So... Oh, we should have plenty. Yeah, we should have plenty of room inside the reservoir for all of this. So if we look, how many squares do we have? We have 48 squares, right? And if all those have 1,000, that's 44,000, no. That's 48. Yeah, 48 kilograms. No, 1,000 grams each, right? If they're 1,000 grams each, then that's 48 kilograms, and that should be plenty of space for all of this, right? Should be. Had to think about the math there for a second. Alright, and all this is going up and through, which is not terrible at all, which kind of thankful that we're fixing this up the way we want it to. Because we were running into an issue with this setup. For some reason, germs were still getting through the germ sensor. So to remedy that, I want to make this area that has a chlorine bath a little bit bigger. And I'm going to give the piping more space in the chlorine bath to get rid of the germs. So that way, when it comes back into the area, or when it comes into the area from, say, the bathrooms, it immediately gets slammed with chlorine. And then on top of that, as it's going out, it also gets slammed with chlorine. Thus, we should have no issues cleaning anything that's in the chlorine bath. See, we had it set up to where one is on a NOT gate. So if it's got germs, go in one direction. If it doesn't have, and it does have germs, we throw a no on the other one, right? Then the NOT gate turns this to red and flips it, right? That's what we wanted it to do. Look at the plumbing, and it would send it back into, if it sensed germs, it would send it right back into the other loop to clean it once again. Alright, let's move you. Yeah, let's move you into the recreation room. You have such a decoration bonus that I want you up there. Okay, can we, like, turn this into a better system here? See, now it's all going to dissipate. No, don't do that. Do this. Okay, let's see. Everything is getting chilly. More chilly, I should say. And then we're going to come back over here and fix the solid filter. Throw that right there. Okay, so as of right now, we're going to send all of that material from the metal refinery in to the chute over here. But what I want to do is send phosphorate here. So we need a receptacle there, and we'll need another one. Let's do it right there. That makes it easy, right? Yeah. It's gonna go. So let's cut the line right there. Same thing. Go down and over, and then over and down. So that's gonna drop the phosphorate off right there. And then we have another area that could use the drop off, but I think we're okay where it's at. For right now, at least. And then go back over and up. See, that looks a lot nicer than the weird spiral that I had earlier. Okay. That's part 1. We've got plenty of space in there. We need to set an area up to capture both the carbon dioxide and the... What am I thinking of here? The carbon dioxide and the polluted water. So, how I want to do that is probably throw... First off, get rid of those. We don't need them here anymore. Rotten grub fruit. I'm okay with that. This is going to take some more time. This looks good. Radiation. It's because someone's over here for a little bit longer. Yeah, we don't have data banks. Let's look at our radiation. Oh yeah, that's super bright. They should not stay in that for very long. This is also going to kill germs that we could also send the piping through later on if we truly needed to. So water's going to go over, up. Let's get rid of this bridge. Over, up, down, and around, and then over back into here. We could probably just do that. Wait, no, we don't want to do that. Because we're going to add... The brine is going to come back out of this eventually. So let's put a bridge there. Yeah, we're going to need to send the brine through this. Are they on a power grid? They are. Okay, so we could just literally reconnect this up and call it a day. Where is this going from? Yeah, I'm not sure why we have that. Let's get rid of this and this. Deconstruct. Perfect. Okay. One step at a time, everybody. One step at a time. Alright. Now that we have a bunch of things taken care of, let's mop that up. Let's get rid of you. We'll do the mopping first. Over, down. Wait, no. Do the mopping first. Thank you. Let's go all the way over. For some reason, this wasn't enough. Priority, we'll change that to an 8. And we're going to move to medium speed. Right? Perfect. Now we can remove you. Just move this all the way across. Yeah, we're going to change that to crude oil. Up here, did they do the same thing? They did. Okay, let's change this to liquid crude oil. We don't have it somewhere where we can auto bottle, but we have plenty. This is going to bother me, so we're going to deconstruct that for the obsidian that it is made out of. Oh my gosh. We are going to get rid of all of those tiles. I did not know that these were all obsidian. That is super helpful for later on. Okay, turn that to 9. Is all of it? All of it is made out of obsidian. Okay, yeah, we're gonna... Sorry to say, we have to get rid of it, all of this. What are these made out of? These are made out of... Oh, you can't... They're made out of neutronium. That one's made out of steel, though. Wait! Don't deconstruct that. We got a data bank out of that, so that's really cool. Glad we did not... Glad we didn't leave it there. Oh, please don't get stuck. That would be unfortunate. Oh yeah, it's a demolition task. Perfect. I know, we get this is like the biggest thing that happens to me. I find something cool and I'm like, oh my gosh, I have to take care of that now. And it's like, whoops. Too many tangents. Okay, deconstruct is on those. That's fine. I want all of the obsidian except for what the neural vacillator? I don't know if I said that right. Eek. Vacillator? Maybe. I don't know. Yeah, there we go. And then let's turn this to like a 7. Right? So we're moving this over. We're going to change this into crude oil instead of brine. Same thing down here. We're going to open this up and get rid of the polluted water since it's going to off gas. We don't want to deal with that. We want to have crude oil, so we just don't need to worry about it at all. Silly me. What was I thinking? Right? We can throw polluted water in here. Perfect. Yep, mop it all up, please. Thank you. Thank you kindly. Alright. Now that's all mopped up, let's get rid of this tile, and then all this is going to flow over here. We're going to get ready for the next one. We're going to throw the bottle emptier. Well, I guess we're not putting it right there. Ooh, look at that. Alright, let's mop that up. And then we have a new printable. What did we get? Yeah, I'm printing it right now because we need it. we need it so much. Okay, what do they like? They like... Out of the last time we had a shovel show up, and I forgot to choose it before the next episode, and then we ended up losing it to the ether because it changes every time. If you leave the printing pod and don't select something before you save it and exit and come back into the game, it changes the printing pod. So I completely forgot about that last time, and we lost a shovel because of that. So now we have a POKESHELL. I don't know. Polluted dirt and rot pile. That's great, actually. What are the temperatures they like to be in? Here, let's click on the database here. Comfort range 15 to 70 degrees. Livable range -30 to 100. Okay, 12 cells for each critter. They molt. This is great because it gives us an easier way to deal with the polluted dirt, right? Instead of having to use these composts, which we're going to get rid of, they turn all of that polluted dirt into sand. I'm okay with that. 100% okay with that. So the next question becomes, where do we put you? What is our temperature here? Okay. Let's click on the, again, 15 to 70. So this area will be great for them. Because I don't think you can have any, let's see, let's look at the stable. It doesn't say you can't have conveyor loaders in it. So maybe we can do here. That's 104 tiles. This is 100 tiles. If we change that a smidge, here's what I think we could do. Why don't we move this over? And then we will make it 96 perfectly. Buildings, automation, no, other one. There we go. This is where it's going to be. We're going to try to have them here. I hope it works. I don't think they need to be in water, do they? Do they need to be in water? Unless their eggs are nearby, so that's why we need to have one of these setups in here. Yeah, we definitely need to have that set up pronto. We'll do one of these and then a pneumatic door, right? Because this is going to be 96. So we want, let's move this stuff over just a little bit. Yeah. Same thing with those. Move this stuff over, please. There we go. Alright, now we go 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, now the same thing here. We want to go... And then this. Does that reach? No, it does not. But I believe it'll be fine if we do food, critter feeder, throw our critter feeder here, and then we want to have, what else do we need here? We want, okay, that weird sound came up again. I'm not crazy. I know everybody heard that. What was that? Someone let me know in the comments. I've never heard that. I've heard it once or twice in this series, but I have no idea what that means. All right, let's continue. Critter drop-off point. We'll put that on the end here, and then we need a grooming station, which is over here. Grooming station, and then we also want a I wonder if we put polluted dirt in here, will it off gas? Before we complete this, we're going to change. We're going to do this little test here. No. Yeah, I'm going to test this out. I really want to know if this actually off gases. So we're doing this live, everybody. We are doing this live because I don't know. What the question is, if we put polluted dirt inside the critter feeder, does it off-gas polluted oxygen into the air? Because if it does, then I don't want the poke shells inside the base. I want them outside the base. What is this? Are these going anywhere? No. This is just attached to a different thing entirely. Let's get rid of all of this power. Let's get rid of these. Automation. How about everything? Yeah. Perfect. Okay. Now, let's see. Let's look at our temperature. Make sure this is... Oh man, this is super warm. Is that because... Is it literally because of the pipe? It is. And this is still getting warmer. So this may not be enough to cool it, which is interesting. Okay. So, if that is the case... we may need to adjust that, because we don't want this to stay warm. I thought that that might work well enough. And it seems like it's getting way too warm. 95 degrees. I mean, they won't get that hot, so we'll just leave that like it is for now. See if it dissipates. Oh, the filter is going to be phosphorate again. Okay, another thing we need to do is add a door here. This is until we get a liquid lock set up. I just want to separate the different areas. That way we don't have to oxygenize everything. Okay, how is this looking up here? So we're still about 54 degrees. We aren't entirely like freezing the base, which is good. It's partially that warm still because this is going, right? The cool steam vent over here is still going, so we can't get it cold enough to make it even colder. But what we could do, if we want to change this, the suggestion was, hold on. Building broke. Oh, over here. Okay, I don't care about that right now. I just wanted to make sure it wasn't something that we needed to address. Anyways, back to the, let's untangent there. The suggestion was to create a aqua tuner and water setup with the steam turbine separate from this to cool the oxygen coming in and out of this area. So we may do that specifically because this is not enough, and then this ice cooler box is going to be extra and we can use it for something else, right? We can move stuff from a different location to cool the things, maybe like this area over here that is pretty toasty, right? So that might be something that we do in the near future. Look at that, it's all vacuumed out. Okay, now that that is done, let's continue. We're gonna slow it down so we can buildings. Let's open this up. Let's get some oxygen in here. Alright, we're going to get rid of all this plumbing. We're going to get rid of all these automations. We're going to get rid of... let's look at the power. Yep, get rid of those power. Perfect. Liquid shutoffs. Oh, why? Why, oh, why, oh, why? That's fine. It's a little whoopsie. We'll be alright. Still no germs. We're getting rid of everything in here. Look at the vents. Let's get rid of the vents. Right, that's what we want to do. Okay. Deconstruct this one and this one. We're gonna do everything from right there. Power's fine. Actually, what we want to do is change this line to all refined metal instead of what we have right now. I think that would be way better of an option. Okay. So what I'm going to do for now is I'm going to cut off the supply of water that is coming from up here, because it's still really warm, right? And we're just going to let it sit in this reservoir, these three reservoirs, until we have a better solution to dealing with how warm it is providing the base over here. And then what we can do in the meantime is we need power to do this. Power would be helpful, right? Power. Let's see, where could we get power from? We could just siphon it in from up here. Okay. That is a lot of power just for that, but it's fine. Now let's open this up, throw the water in, since it's going to be nice and chilly. Drop. Sploosh. That is a nice amount of water. I think someone mentioned you should be careful when you do stuff like that, because what ends up happening is you could create an area where the water is an infinite storage, quote unquote. But I haven't quite figured out the best scenarios for that, and I don't intend to do anything of that nature for a while at least. Not until we get way further down the road. Okay, all this is still kind of sitting there. Perfect. Okay, all that conductive wire is getting sent to the right location. Might be a good idea to just move it into like this area instead. Maybe below this, the steam turbine. Decisions. I don't want to get stuck behind all this power consumption. So down here seems like it would be a better option. Okay, let's do that. We're gonna put it down here, I think. Because this is a lot of room, and they don't have to go too far, and they're already using this as like a pathway, and then we can encompass all of it in insulated tile, right? So getting rid of that. Let's do igneous rock. We're gonna throw you all the way over here. Get rid of that. And then we'll give it a lot of space. This is gonna be our new chlorine room. How big was it before? It was like here, 48 tiles, and this is gonna be almost double. Double the fun! Alright. So, once all of that is built, we can start figuring out the setup that we have. Alright, let's take a look at the temperature up here again. Yeah, this is still pretty warm. I think that the option to change all this in its own little setup, kind of like we have our own setup down here for cooling off just this metal tile, that would be probably the better idea, to delete this heat instead of trying to supplement it with another setup. Honestly, what we do is we create the same setup that we have down here, up here, and we just loop it all into this icebox the way we have it now. I think that's how we're going to accomplish the next goal of that. Yeah. Yeah, that's definitely going to be, I think, the next. Because we could probably even loop all of the current ethanol into that system, and it'll just make it even colder, right? Yeah, we may adjust that in the next episode. I'm not entirely certain which route I want to go. Okay, so this is the time where we need to be careful that nobody gets stuck. That is like the worst thing ever. Vacation request approved. Encryption level? None. What do we got? Dr. Ross. Reason for time off. Request for attendance of the Blog Jam Awards. Toast of the Town. Nominated in the freshest food blog category. That's really cool. All that's made out of sandstone. That's all made out of sandstone. Wall is made out of sandstone. This one's made out of granite. There's some glass if we really wanted to grab that. Fluxomatic. What is this? Okay, we inspected all that. First aid kit. Yeah, let's rummage through this first aid kit. I didn't know you could rummage through the first aid kit, but now we do. Let me go down and over and up just to make sure that I can get to this right spot over here. Okay, and then this water's not going anywhere right now, so let's fix that. No, we don't need insulated pipe. It's not like it's warm or anything. There we go. Let's change the priority of that to like an 8. There we go. Looking great. Okay. The problem with having like another steam room is we have to make sure that we don't have anything in there like ice. So I think what we could do, let's look at the temperature around it. Okay. That's not terrible. We could like make it right around the same location, kind of like this right here. Because the ethanol is at 5 degrees. I think having it separated from this one would be the best way. So we have a reservoir of ethanol that we could probably utilize to fill it up, right? Okay, why are you not... Ah, I see. I made it in the wrong direction. Alright, what else do we have going on here? We have mushrooms eating all of the carbon dioxide. Oh, we didn't finish this. Which we need to. So plumbing. Oh, that reminds me of the other one. Oh, wrong direction. Plumbing, bottle emptier. Flip that around. Let's look at, did we fill it up? We did. Look at that. Alright. So now we do something probably not so smart. Come on. Come on. There we go. That's what we want to do. Come on. There we go. That way it doesn't go all the way down to the bottom. Just keep mopping. It'll go away eventually, I promise. Oh, this is great. Okay, we can mop that one. It's not on the floor. Okay. Everybody's having a grand time mopping the floor right here. Okay, let's open that and that one. Let's see, that's probably going to be too much. Oh yeah, that's way too much. So, you know what we do? We just let it drop down here and get too cold. I'm okay with that. And then, now we mop it up. Perfect. Yeah, mop all this up. Alright. So now, what we do is we close those. And now everybody's gonna be stuck. Hurry, hurry, hurry! There we go. There, now nobody's gonna be stuck. Alright, I hope they just move to the left or to the right and they don't get stuck. There we go. Much better. So now we have a little bit more room in order to put Atmos suits when we want to. Right? What do we do over here? We want crude oil. I think another, because that would stop all of the oxygen, not oxygen, it'll stop from all the carbon dioxide from falling when they breathe up here. So that's probably one extra reason why we want to set up the Atmos suits for this section, so we don't have to deal with that. So far, it's been a really informative episode. I'm really excited because we are continuing to progress in the right direction, and I feel like it's always a constant struggle, not just for myself, but for others to try and figure out how things are supposed to go and how they're supposed to work. That is, can we do this and it goes up? All right, cool. I don't want this to stop flowing. I want it to keep going because we need to get prepared for this in 10 cycles. So this needs to keep pumping fluid. We could probably throw a buffer, which is actually a good idea. Base, liquid reservoir. We can do 1 and 2, and then we will fix the piping up, and then up. So then this is going to go down, up and over through this, then down and over and around. Yeah. Oh, we forgot about our little POKESHELL. Alright, let's turn this into like a 9. We've got oxygen in here, but if there's polluted dirt inside of it, in the inside of the critter feeder, that's what we want to know. We want to know if it drops, or not drops, off gases. Here, let's go to a little bit faster. There we go. I think it will. It does. Immediately. Okay, so it immediately does that. So we do not want... all of this work. It might be useful. I don't know. It might be. I don't know if we're going to use that or not. But I do know we are going to want to do a couple things. We want a POKESHELL room. Where should we put it? It's going to be on the other side of this. Whoops. Yeah, I'm not sure why that happened. Anyways, maybe we do create it down here. Yeah, let's just put it down here. Because this right here is 96 tiles. It is? It is. Okay. And we're just not going to let gases in or out. Probably throw... Oh, man. It would be best to have a liquid lock here, but... I keep saying liquid locks, but the reason is we're not using any mods, right? We're not using any mods in this run because I want everybody to be able to do this achievement run without it. And a liquid lock would really help with any of the needs. But we don't need to worry about that down here. Not needs. It would help with, stopping the oxygen from flowing into the polluted oxygen. Well, you don't really need to worry about that down here because we're in Atmos suits. I'm overthinking this a little bit. What we do need to fix, though, 100%, is the shipping. Because if they have an egg in here, they are super rude. And by rude, I mean they will try and attack the duplicants. Well, we may need to make this a bit further. No, I didn't mean to do that. Whoops. Let's do that again. No, that one above it, and then we want for the shipping, we want a loader just to go right here, and then the conveyor. Let's go up that, and then we'll do a POKESHELL egg in here. Ooh, we've got some food to make. All right. We do need to throw the critter drop off. What else do we need to do? We need a grooming station. Come on, Dom, get it together. Okay, and then last but not least, let's throw the pneumatic door in here. Power, how much are we using? Not much at all. If we get really tired of dealing with this polluted oxygen, we could throw... why don't we do that, actually? Why don't we, we'll throw... Oh, what is it? We'll move that over a smidge, like here. And then we will throw oxygen, deodorizer, we'll just put a couple in here. And then call it a day. There we go. Right? And then we'll change this all to a 9, and then boom, POKESHELL area. Done. Okay. We should focus on creating our chlorine bath. That way we can fix this area, get rid of this in the reservoir. Oh, we can print something. Whoops. Fertilizer. You can never go wrong with fertilizer. Oh, we are not plugged in. I don't know if they'll be able to reach that, but that's quite alright. Okay, let's change this to a 9. Let's go pause it for a moment. We have a lot in here, but I don't know if it's enough. Is this one set to a 7? It's set to a 7. Do the same thing for both of them. Actually, we'll just turn this off for now, so that way they can focus on the other one at the bottom there. Alright. Can't reach this one. It's out of reach, so we'll fix that. Okay. No, we can't do that. We have to fix the other stuff first. What are you doing? Yeah, I know. I know. Alright. So, a couple things we're going to need here. First is some more reservoirs. We'll do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, this is going to take a little bit longer to pull out the gases, but that's fine. We can do 1 and 2. We will throw those on an automation switch. Okay. Let's leave that on. We need another germ sensor. We're gonna do this twofold. I'm gonna have it set up twice, okay? Germ sensor 1 is gonna be right here. No, it can't be right there because it needs to be closer. Let's have them build all this. Unreachable. Of course it's unreachable. Go all the way across. Perfect. Change that to a 9 and should be good. This needs to be done as well. Polluted oxygen is in here. That's not good. Let's yeah, we'll leave that there for now. I'm not gonna touch it. No touchy. Okay. So, is that shipping going anywhere? I don't think it is yet. But critter egg. I really wish you could pick up choose the egg before they were even in here, but you cannot. Okay. Let's get it wrangled. Wrangle is this one. How big is this? This is 76. This is 88. If I go like this, is 96. Although it wouldn't be the same all the way across. I don't know if I can deal with that or not. I would like it all to be the same. Okay, I was like, where is this coming from? Alright, let's look at the temperature. It's cooled down since we set it to stay in here. And by it, I mean the water is staying inside of these reservoirs. Why is this not going anywhere? Oh, we didn't put the bridge. Oh, I was doing it again. Get it together, Dom. Seriously. Flip that around. Perfect. Right now. There we go. There we go. Come on, somebody build it. There we go. We don't want this to get overflowing so much, then it would be really bad. Okay. So we've got the green. We'll turn this off for now. Right? And then, now that those are built, we have something to do in our next episode. It is time to slow it down and end it right there. I think this is a really good spot since we have kind of adjusted as necessary a lot of the different things that we have been working on, including we found a POKESHELL, which is now sleeping down here. It's freaking awesome. I hope we get a shovel again, because that would be amazing. Anyways, please let me know how you think I'm doing. Please provide some feedback in those comments below. I do try to respond to all of them. It is kind of one of my inner mantra things that I like to do. I like to interact with everybody that does have good feedback and wants to learn, right? I want to learn more. Everybody else likes learning how to play this game better. So listening to our peers and people that have more experience makes it better for everybody involved. But that is all I have, folks. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day. We'll see you in the next one.